Imagine fighting a war in one of the most inhospitable environments on earth. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are exploring the fascinating world of winter warfare and how the Nordic nations are leading the way in this critical area of military expertise. Let's check out this video, guys.
Norway, Finland, Sweden, and to a lesser extent Denmark are fast becoming a northern NATO bulwark towards an ever-increasing threat from Russia and its authoritarian allies. This means that these four nations are having to plan for an eventuality where they'll have to fight the Russian army during winter in one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. This reality has led to some of the most advanced and rugged winter warfare units in the world, and it is to the three northernmost Nordic nations that NATO is now sending units to train for winter warfare. In this video, we'll have a look at how the Nordic nations became masters of winter warfare, their tactics, gear, and how attacking any of them in winter would be a very bad idea. The Nordic nations are subjected to some of the harshest winter conditions on the planet, characterized by long periods of darkness, heavy snowfall, and temperatures frequently plunging -20 below freezing. This environment has profoundly influenced their military strategies, prompting a focus on specialized training, equipment, and tactics tailored for winter warfare. Their expertise in operating under these challenges yields significant operational advantages, underscoring the importance of mastering one of nature's most difficult adversaries. And within NATO, this region is the home of the expertise in winter warfare. To understand the origins of the winter warfare expertise of Norway, Finland, Sweden, and to some extent Denmark, we must delve into their historical context. The Nordic region has always been characterized by its harsh and unforgiving climate. This environment shaped the military strategies of these countries, notably their use of ski troops, ambush tactics, and proficiency in engaging enemies under extreme conditions. The effectiveness of these strategies is prominently displayed in several historical episodes. The Winter War between Finland and the Soviet Union in 1939 is a standout example of Nordic military ingenuity in winter warfare. Despite being outnumbered, Finnish forces effectively utilized their intimate knowledge of the local terrain and extreme winter conditions to their advantage. They employed ambush tactics and specialized ski troops, ambushing Soviet troops from well-camouflaged positions and evading negative engagements by utilizing skis and fast movement in the deep snow. Finland's army and vast reserve pool is regularly trained in these tactics to this very day, and the Jaeger units of the Finnish defense forces are frighteningly good at winter warfare. Finland's Moti tactics essentially meant that small, agile groups of Jaegers would ski around the roads where the Soviets were moving, completely surround the enemy, and then strike hard from all sides. My good Finnish friend Thomas joins me today to talk about the 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐿 cavalry, which essentially used the same Moti-style tactics that the Finnish army would later adopt.
Thanks, Max. The Finnish 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐿 cavalry were a formidable force in the Swedish army during the 17th century, renowned for their fierce combat skills and strategic use of the harsh Nordic winter conditions to their advantage. Mounted on their sturdy and resilient Finnish horses, known for their ability to endure cold weather, the 𝐋𝐈𝐿𝐿 were expertly skilled in hit-and-run tactics and ambushes during the snowy months. They utilized the landscape's natural obstacles, such as thick snow and ice, which were challenging for less winter-hardened troops to navigate. A lot of the same tactics would later be used by the Finnish army as it fought against the Soviet Union. The heritage of the Finnish army lies in its light cavalry roots. Norway, on the other hand, has a long history of being the underdog in war. While countries like France, Denmark, Belgium, and Holland fell to the Germans in a matter of weeks, Norwegian resistance against the Germans held up for the longest out of all Western European nations, mainly due to clever hit and run tactics in the still snow-covered terrain up until June 1940.
Wow, I'm loving the history lessons. And the 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐿 cavalry's use of winter conditions to outmaneuver their enemies is genius. That was a brilliant idea. And it's interesting to see how the Nordic nations' historical experiences have shaped their military strategies. You could tell that their experiences in winter warfare is clearly rooted in their cultural heritage. It's so beautiful to see. Like you can't just come into their territory and win any war against them, because most especially if you're from a country where you're not used to this harsh winter conditions, you can never win a war against them. I love it. I love how, talk about turning your lemons into lemonades. Like when life gives you lemon, you turn it to lemonade. That's how I see these Nordic countries. Like they are not limited by their harsh weather conditions. Rather, they take advantage of it, and then they make use of these harsh weather conditions to their own advantage. And I love it. I love their resilient spirit. It's so beautiful to see.
Norway was first to find the South Pole, and in doing so trialed some of the most enduring winter gear in world history. The thermal underwear used in most NATO nations today are copies of the same technology that Roald Amundsen used on his journey to the South Pole in 1911. In World War II, the Germans would call Norway's National Guard ski troops Black Devils, as they would hound the Germans from atop mountains and valleys throughout the entire war. The sabotage of the 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄 heavy water facility in 1943 was instrumental in halting Germany's atomic ambitions and was made possible by the country's harsh winter conditions, where a group of Norwegian resistance fighters traversed some of the roughest terrain in the world, over the Hardangervidda in midwinter in order to get to the 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄 facility and sabotage the heavy water operation. To put it bluntly, Norway's winter warfare heritage essentially stopped Hitler's plans for creating a nuclear bomb well before the Allies did the same. The focus on winter warfare for Sweden was never as army-wide as in Finland and Norway, and is often characterized by a much more motorized variation of winter warfare. Quickly put, Sweden is the creator of the most effective tracked snow vehicles in the world, and this is used to its fullest extent in its army. The Swedish armed forces maintain elite units specialized in Arctic warfare, such as the Norrbotten Dragoon Regiment, which is known for its extensive training in harsh winter conditions and its vital roles in securing Sweden's northern territories. This regiment.
Wow. Sweden's focus on motorized winter warfare is fascinating. Like the development of the snow track vehicle is definitely a game changer for the winter warfare capabilities. This is beautiful.
Has become a benchmark for other military units in winter warfare proficiency and is a welcome addition to NATO's northern flank, along with their Norwegian and Finnish counterparts. Sweden is also the home of the models of vehicles that makes the Nordic nations' proficiency in winter warfare evident in the BV series of all-terrain vehicles. Models like the BV 206 and 410 are engineered specifically for efficient maneuvering through snow and ice, providing Sweden with enhanced operational capabilities during winter months. The BV series is also adopted heavily in Finland and Norway, and the tactic is often that one of these tracked vehicles will pull a troop of ski jaegers behind it in order to ease transportation in snow.
Naturally, Denmark isn't to the same level in winter warfare as the other three nations on account of our flat and mainly wet nation. However, there are some key specialities in the Danish military too. The Danish Sirius dog sled patrol epitomizes another aspect of Nordic winter warfare, which is different to that of the other three nations. This elite unit combines traditional skills with modern military roles for long-range patrols in Greenland, where extreme weather conditions prevail. Their use of dog sleds facilitates rapid movement over difficult terrain, embodying a unique fusion of heritage and military efficiency. And in the Danish military, this unit has achieved a reputation as some of the hardest soldiers that the country has to offer. Norway plays.
Wow, the Danish dog sled patrol is so cool. Like, I had no idea they used dog sled for long-range patrols in Greenland. Like, it's so interesting. Wow, this is so cool.
Plays a crucial role in enhancing NATO's winter warfare capabilities through exercises such as cold response, Nordic response, and special operations training for, among others, British and American special forces. This large-scale military exercise, often involving thousands of troops from NATO allies, is designed to test their ability to operate cohesively in extreme winter conditions. Participants engage in
Wow.
realistic scenarios related to combat and survival practices, further refining their ability to manage joint operations in harsh climates. If you've ever been in Norway to train with the Norwegians, you'll likely have fond memories of being asked to take a plunge into a freezing lake in full gear in order to condition your body to what that would be like. Personally, I did this in the 90s, and I think I'm still freezing in some of my toes after the experience. The Norwegians also have a proud
That's
heritage
hilarious.
of using what they call NATO planks as skis, which are essentially skis that you strap onto your military boots to become extra mobile at short notice. Nordic military training programs place a strong emphasis on adaptability in extremely cold conditions, honing techniques for
Yeah.
managing body heat while ensuring stealth. Soldiers undergo rigorous training in skiing, navigating snow-covered terrains, and constructing snow shelters, skills that allow them to optimize the tactical advantages winter weather can provide. Whole groups of soldiers from other nations are often placed in nature with some local guides and are shown how to survive for a prolonged period in the Arctic conditions of Norway's northernmost counties. Most NATO nations send their special forces to Norway to train with Norway's famed special operations teams, and both American and British soldiers tell me that their training in Norway is some of the hardest they ever have to go through. The newly opened NATO Amphibious Warfare Center in 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄, Norway, represents a significant advancement in the alliance's strategic posture within the Arctic region. This specialized facility is designed explicitly for training NATO personnel, particularly from the United States, United Kingdom, and the Netherlands, in amphibious operations under Arctic conditions. The center's establishment is a direct response to increasing geopolitical tensions in the area, particularly concerning Russia's military activities in the Arctic, including its proximity to Norway's border and the key port of Murmansk. By providing a dedicated space for amphibious assault training, the center will enhance joint operational readiness and interoperability among NATO allies. This is crucial as Arctic warfare demands unique skills and tactics, distinct from traditional cold weather operations. The center aims to create a comprehensive training environment that will not only prepare allied forces for potential conflict scenarios, but also promote collaboration in addressing emerging security challenges in the region. Moreover, 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄's strategic location enhances its role as a NATO hub, pivotal for both air operations and prospective amphibious campaigns. The facility is expected to conduct joint exercises that simulate real-world scenarios, thereby equipping forces with the necessary experience to respond effectively in crisis situations. As NATO continues to adapt to the evolving security landscape, this Arctic Amphibious Warfare Center will serve as a cornerstone for strengthening collective defense capabilities and ensuring the alliance's readiness to operate in one of the world's most challenging environments. This area of Norway is particularly hard to invade, being situated in an area where the topography favors the defender to such an extent that just having the training facility there should provide a massive deterrence. When looking at the map, it is also understandable why this location was picked. This part of Norway is close to Sweden, Finland, and Russia, and at the same time it is located in an area where reaching Svalbard and Iceland would be fairly easy. It is also within range of the most important shipping lanes in the European North Atlantic and closely connected to Greenland's territorial waters. The Nordic countries have turned their geographical challenges into substantial military advantages, fueled by extensive historical precedent and modern innovation. Their expertise in winter warfare is vital not only for their own security, but also significantly beneficial to international allies. Sweden and Finland, alongside Norway's training initiatives, especially in exercises like cold response, showcases a commitment to fostering resilient military forces adept at operating in one of the world's most challenging climates. A while back, we discussed the importance of the new NORDEFCO Nordic alliance within NATO. And this winter warfare cooperation is another one of the assets that will make the Nordics one of the hardest regions in the world to invade. Russia struggles in flat country in Ukraine. Imagine trying to attack Norway or Finland with the amount of skill and expertise that their armed forces possesses in their home terrain. As Mark
It's
Rutte
the wrong
recently said,
move.
we need to project strength, and these three Nordic nations are doing their bit to be strong for their allies. In conclusion, The Nordic countries have turned the harsh challenges of their winter landscapes into formidable advantages in military strategy.
Yeah.
From the historical prowess of Finland's winter war to Norway's savvy World War II resistance operations and Sweden's specialized winter units, these nations have developed a mastery of winter warfare that stands unparalleled. Through expert training exercises like NATO's Cold Response and unique units like the Danish Serious Dog Sled Patrol, the Nordics continue to lead in adapting to and capitalizing on one of the most challenging environments for military operations. Their ongoing commitment to evolving their tactics and technologies ensures that their frosty frontiers remain a stronghold of defense innovation. This expertise not only safeguards their own territories, but also offers invaluable lessons and strategies for cold weather military operations worldwide. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you enjoyed Thomas's voiceover. He's one of the people that will participate more in the channel while I get deployed to Estonia in the new year. If you liked the video, we'd be honored if you gave it a like. Have a great weekend, folks.
You know, I'm always impressed by the Nordic nations' ability to adapt to these harsh winter conditions. Clearly, their expertise in this area is a valuable asset to NATO. Clearly, undoubtedly. And my God, the Norway's training program for special forces are notoriously tough. It's no wonder the British and American soldiers say it's like one of the hardest trainings they've ever had to do. Like, it's really tough. And the new NATO Amphibious Center in Norway is a game changer. Wow. It's really amazing how they are adapting to the evolving security landscape in the Arctic region. Like, the strategic location of NATO Center in Norway is definitely a brilliant idea. It's situated in an area that is difficult to invade. It's close to Sweden, Finland, and Russia. Wow, it's a brilliant idea. I love it. Wow, I enjoyed this video. I hope you did too. If you did, go ahead, like this video, share it with your friends. And if you want to watch the video uninterrupted, head on to Military Rated channel. The link to the video is in my description. And watch the video uninterrupted. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Bye.